Hello again, and welcome to the Daily Templar Report, and your host here, your guest presenter, Jim Dowson. How are yous all? Let me just say, Colette Whitney's such a lovely lady. She says there in the message here, hello there, all you wonderful and beautiful people. Trust life treating you all well in these crazy times, and God bless you all. Well, let me tell you something. There's you guys out there who are the wonderful and amazing people. I don't want to sound like one of them pencil necks on some of these streams, but you are wonderful and amazing people. And I thank you for joining us today on the Templar Report. God bless each and every one of these. So let's just have a wee look around. We've got, and another lovely lady, Lady Rotha. I'd like to know your political background, Lady Rotha, because you know an awful lot. You're no dozer. You're a very smart lady. That'd be interesting. Anyway, Iwan Egerstrom, how you doing, brother? Now, I had something to say to him. Did we know of a problem with Mr. Egerstrom regarding P.O. boxes and what now? Well, somebody with a P.O. box. Because our UPS are telling us nowadays they won't deliver to P.O. boxes. But anyway, that's a different show. Andy McBride, God bless you. How you keep, Andy? I hope your health's keeping up, my friend. Who else have we got here? Keep going. We've got Christian. Hold on. Christian Boisio, Dusvault, God bless you. You're welcome. Jonathan Boudin, lovely man. Give my best regards to your lovely lady as well. Wait a minute, we're all over the place here. Aye. Oh, wait a minute. Alex Catro, how you doing? Nice to see you. Mochara. Who else have we got? Andy McBride. Are we going the right way? Miss Sherry B. Yep, nice to see you. God bless you. Stuart Bowden, Wes Strover. Michael McGuffin, how you doing, Michael? Let's get some new names here, see where we are. Bartley Burker, how you doing, Bartley? Nice to see you, my friend. God bless you. Antonio Rebello, God bless you. Paul Telford, Liverpool, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you in the room. Let's see who else we've got down here. There's no moving now, is it stuck? Is it stuck? Kenneth Driver, good man yourself. Nice to see Kenneth in the room. Keep going. Yep, I see that. Later, Paul, yeah. See, the problem, I read these that fast, I can't read what anybody's actually saying to me. Kenneth Driver, I've seen him, yep, I've seen him, God bless you. Christopher Strid, Joseph Taylor, yeah. Greg Howarth, getting some new names. Malcolm Cook, Jacob Lewis, yes, nice to see you all, God bless you, you're welcome. And who else have we got? Philip Milne, still stuck in Florida, oh, what a shame, eh? Robert Erickson, Lady Major, God bless you, lady. It's the Scorpions in again, he's always in. Conrad Broom, yeah. Sam, communism, yeah. Oh, I don't start me communism. EMS Rejuvenation, God bless you. B. Campbell, yep. Nice to see you. Keep Peter Smith, Christopher White, Samuel, Sam, Mr. Samuelson as well. Yeah, there's a load of Sams. That was a strange cluster of Sams, wasn't it? Right, okay, let's make a start. And before I do start, I want to give out a special big thanks. Have you got a picture of this, brother? The brother Gonzalez? Is it Gonzalez or Gonzalez? Our brother, our good brother, Pedro Gonzalez from Madrid in Spain. He's been a busy man. I forgot to put these lights on. Wait a minute. Forgot about them. Oh, that's it. Oh, look at this now. How's that? Is that let there be light. That's a Masonic thing, isn't it? Anyway, our good brother Pedro Gonzalez has been doing humanitarian work in Madrid, and he's put out many kilos of maternal milk, diapers, that's nappies to us Brits, for mothers in economic difficulty, supported by the parish of charity of his parish of San. What is that? Isidro? Okay, the parish of San Isidro in Madrid. So, brother Gonzalez, God bless you, and God bless you. And this is the thing, people often say to us, what is it to be done? There's lots of stuff to be done. Lots of stuff to be done, folks. Get out and help people. We've got people in America, we've got people in Canada, we've got people in Ireland, we've got people in the UK, all out helping folk. And some folk are doing it in their own organisations, but we've encouraged them, like Jada Franson with the British Freedom, and Niall McConnell with the Irish group Sean Ahern, and they're all out feeding the poor. Yeah, Saturdays, they're not out watching the TV or out shopping, they're out feeding the poor. They're taking food parcels, even if it's just a bag of potatoes or some rice or some sardines, they're out doing this. You can do this and take the message of Christ and the name of the Templars to these people. How simple is that? I mean, this is not rocket science. Exactly, Mr. Griffin. It is wonderful work, and it's relatively simple. Troy Otto's there. How you doing? It's very simple. So let's do it. So a big shout out to our dear brother there in Spain, in Madrid, Pedro Gonzalez. God bless you, sir, and keep it up. And let's hope you're an example to others. I thought we had a picture of him or something. No. Box. Is it? Oh, this thing. Wait a minute. There's stuff lying everywhere here. Wait a minute. Oh, right. We're in chaos. What else are we looking for? This? Yeah. Is that better? Okay, I think we're okay now. There we go. Right, I've got some stories today, but before we do that, let's have a wee bit of scripture, eh? Well, we do like that, don't we? Right, so we're in Proverbs 28, and as you know, we're out of the Epistle of James now, and we're into Proverbs. So we'll be there 3 or 4 weeks, maybe 5 or 6 weeks. We'll see. We'll see how it goes on a Sunday. But here today we're in chapter 28 of Proverbs, and we're reading from verse 25. He that is of a proud heart stirreth up strife, but he that putteth his trust in the Lord shall be made fat. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool, but whosoever walketh wisely, he shall be delivered. I'm going to read another one, 27 here. He that giveth unto the poor shall not lack, but he that hideth his eyes shall have many a curse. So I read that in light of what we just read out with our brother Pedro. He gives to the poor. So, sir, you will be richly blessed, and we should do that. There's the poor and the widows that are always with us, and we must do what we can as Christian men and women to alleviate genuine poverty. The old Victorian Christians used to call it the deserving poor. Because let me tell you, folks, there's 2 types of poor. Oh, I'm in a rant now, I'm away. I can feel it. There's 2 types of poor. There's the deserving poor, and there's the utter scum trash poor who sniff everything up their nose, or smoke it, or drink it. No, they're not. They're poor because they made themselves poor. They will not work, and they abuse themselves, they abuse the system, and their hand is in your pocket, taking the food out of your children's mouth. Those people, no, they don't deserve anybody's charity or help. But there is many people, through age or infirmity or veterans and things like this, who are poor, who deserve our love and respect and help. So, never be squeamish of this. Never be squeamish. A lot of Christians are too soft and they support everybody. No, there's the deserving poor and there's the undeserving poor. Let's never forget that. It's a very harsh Victorian sentiment, but it's a sentiment that's right, and it's a sentiment that's in this book, the Bible. Yes, if thou shalt not work, thou shalt not eat. Don't like it? Take it up with the boss. I'm only the messenger. Don't bother me. So, there we go. So be careful. And it means you can give more money to good people then. That's it. Now remember, like the video, click subscribe, press the bell, comment below. I've been forgetting that recently, so I'll say it again. Like the video, click subscribe, press the bell and comment below. And please, whatever you do, share. Now remember, you can't share on Facebook because they've banned their URL, but you can share on, what's these other things, Twitter, Telegram, I don't know, all these other things. You can share on them, VK and all these other things. So please, get sharing. Now, Scorpion saying, anyone know how William Petit is doing? No, what's wrong with him? I know he wasn't well, maybe 6 weeks ago he was in hospital, but how is he now? Yeah, we can still share videos on YouTube, so you can share us on YouTube. Can somebody keep us up to date, or somebody, anybody knows about William Petit? Can you please let me know? Yeah, let me know. RW, don't worry about that, we're all in the same boat. What does that say? Eh? New Zealand. Is that what we're going to look at now? Is it? Is it on here now? No. Okay. Right, I want to show you a video before we get into some of the news stories. Right, this is shocking. Now, remember I was telling you on Friday, and I promised you I'll show you this on Monday, about demon possession. Now, I am a Presbyterian. We're not known for stupidity or being highly strung. We're very sensible people. We're not really into all this nonsense. You know, you speak to a Pentecostal, everybody's possessed, for goodness sake. You know, they have cities that are possessed. They have dogs that are possessed. No harm at the pennies. I'm having a wee bit of fun with you. But, you know, we don't do that. But I have seen people who have been possessed. I've seen them outside in the abortion clinics and outside. I've seen it a couple of times in my life. But I believe that there are serious cases right now in the ruling elites of demon possession. I want to show you this. This is the New Zealand. Try and remember this. This is the New Zealand Prime Minister talking about putting her own population in camps. Not a secret film that somebody surreptitiously managed to obtain. She broadcast this to the entire nation of New Zealand. That's one of the new world countries. And she did this. So let's just come on that, brother.
If someone refuses in our facilities to be tested, they have to keep staying. So they won't be able to leave after 14 days. They have to stay on for another 14 days. So it's a pretty good incentive. You either get your tests done and make sure you're cleared, or we will keep you in a facility longer. So I think most people will look at that and say, I'll take the test.
Yeah. What do you make of that? I mean, and did you see the look on her face? Wasn't it peculiar, folks? Look at her. You tell me what that is. Now, I don't know if any of you have much experience, because I've been in the ministry many years. I've seen it. 20 years I've been in the ministry and I've seen it. I've had people come to me. And I've seen people who I believe in my heart that were demon possessed. This woman, in my opinion, is demon possessed. For real. For real. Not a Hollywood film. For real. And she is running a country. She is running New Zealand. And I don't know. But I think she's not right. And she's telling people, we will put you in camps. Now, the left are calling them hotels. But everybody else is calling them concentration camps, because that's what they are. They're not hotels. They are camps. So people are saying, look at all these camps they're building. These what do you call these camps they're building for the immigrants coming in? And they're saying, why are they putting so much time and effort into these? They're only temporary. No, they're not temporary, folks. You and I, we're going in them soon. You better believe it. So on this occasion, Alex Jones is probably right. Yep. Alex Jones is probably right. The FEMA camps are coming to America. And what do we call them? Direct provision centres or something, for the immigrants. No. The old army camps are all being converted. They're being converted not for immigrants. They're being converted for British, American and Irish people who say, we're not wearing the mask and we're not having the vaccine. You, as this woman has told us, you and I, we're going in the camps. That's coming. That's it. Now, I see my friend there, Karen and Charon. How he's doing? He's bearing up a wee bit better now. Take a wee while yet, but you're always in our prayers. I want you to remember that. Always in our prayers, so please remember that. So they're getting it ready. They're getting it ready for us. They're all going to be taking us away. But sometimes they did this in 1971 or 72 in Northern Ireland. They called it internment. And they went and locked up everybody, all the Catholics, who they thought might have been dangerous. Well, they weren't dangerous the day before it, but 4 or 5 or 6 months after it, when they were all in the camp, they were dangerous. Because when you all get flung in prison together, they're a fast track to revolution. And that's where people learn. And that's where people bind together. And they resolve to fight to the death, rather than ever be put in one of these places again. So it didn't work in Britain in 1972, and it won't work now. I can assure you that. All right, your dad's getting cremated on the 25th. Okay. We'll be praying that day very much for the family, okay? Okay. Excellent. So it's all gone mad, isn't it? Yeah, a demon in disguise, at least. I think you're right, Yvonne. It's true. Right, I want to read you a story here about coming out of America. You might be wondering what this is. Where is it? What this is? I'll show you later. Border Patrol agents are already seeing a Biden surge in illegal immigration into America, especially at the southwest border, with the number surging 21%, a fifth, in the last month alone. Border Patrol agents, CBP officers, snared about 69,000. Is this right? 69,000, brother? 69,000 in the southwest. Good grief. America, you're in trouble. So the Border Patrol guys snared 69,000 unauthorised border crossers in October, up from 58,000 in September. This is a month. My goodness, I thought this was a year. This is a month. It's 1 million people a year. Wow. Homeland Security officials have been warning for months that they expected a rise in illegal border crossings as talk of a more lenient deportation policies took hold in the US of A. Presumptive President-elect Joseph R. Biden has said he would halt deportations and suspend many of the border policies that helped end last year's migrant surge. He said, make no mistake, this is going to sound the alarm that our borders are open, Mr. Morgan said. You will see a crisis that makes last year's crisis look like child's play. Yep. And he adds, as Americans often do, and you can take that to the bank. Well, this man is right. This Mr. Morgan is right. One of those policies is the Migrant Protection Protocol, better known as Remain in Mexico, which allows Border Patrol people to return many illegal immigrants back to Mexico to wait for their immigration hearings. Mr. Morgan said that denied them a foothold and cut the incentive for them to come in the first place. Mr. Morgan said halting border wall construction, as Mr. Biden has vowed, will also hamper the agent's ability to stop future waves of illegal immigration. Yep. Now we're getting the picture, folks. They don't want to stop the illegal immigration. They have no intentions of stopping it. They want them to pour in because they're guaranteed they're always going to be in power then. If they allow 10 million more Mexicans in, they're guaranteed. Although I wouldn't be so sure because a lot of the Mexicans now vote Republican. So it's right. That's what. Now I'll tell you what this before we come, because the next story is a wee bit humanist. I want to show you what this is. Where is it? I don't know if you can read that. I am exempt from wearing a face mask. That's what it said. I am exempt from wearing a face covering. There you go. A nice wee plastic thing here, and a lanyard around your neck, and on the back it states the law, which is very clear in these cases. Let me take it out here because I can't see it. In accordance with government guidance, I am exempt from wearing a face mask, and I am not required to disclose my condition to you. I am showing you this card as a matter of courtesy. I am not required to do so by law. I respectfully remind you of my human rights under the UN Convention on the Human Rights of Persons with Disabilities. Denying access to your business or organisation will result in a report being made to this special advocacy organisation. So there you go. And that's an advocacy organisation that has been founded by legally trained young lawyer Jada Franson. You see, folks. So not only is she running a political party, the only and the fastest growing conservative, socially conservative Christian political party in the United Kingdom, but through her lawyer's training, she's putting something back into the community for everybody, for people who's no interest in the party, people who maybe even come from a different political persuasion. She's got an advocacy group to take action on behalf of the public, of anybody who's been discriminated against. So when you help people, look, folks, I know he's great and he's very generous, and we bring these people on like Jada. You know, we don't bring an awful lot on because there's very few people worthy of our help these days. But when we bring Jada on, you always respond well and give well to help the girl, because we only deal with good quality people. So not only is she doing the political party thing, which you have helped her with tremendously, but the girl, in her spare time, it was just that her house took off on her after her again to throw in jail. But in her spare time, she's helping members of the public, just the general public, fight for their rights regarding these face coverings. Do you think that's wonderful? Is that not wonderful? And, you know, if we'd 1,000 folk like that in the country, we wouldn't be in this state. So if you've ever invested anything in Jada Franson or a party, then you can see now it's been money well spent. Money well spent. And that's what we try and do. We all try and bring before you people of some kind of worth, of some kind of quality. So when you invest in these people, you're not wasting your money, because you're our people. We don't want you to waste your money on idiots and morons. But there we go. So well done. I think that just shows you that we've helped the right girl on that occasion without a doubt, because apart from all the political stuff, the Muslim stuff, the death rate stuff, the losing the house stuff, the halal authority chasing her legally for £500,000 stuff, apart from all of that, she's bringing out these cards to help members of the public stand up for their rights. Well done. So we're going to put a link up there to the card. These cards are free, by the way. Not only that, she's giving them away free. You just pay the postage. They're free. So you can get one of these cards free, and the lanyard free. But remember, nothing. She has to pay for these. But they're free. She's not asking for any money at all. No, not asking for any money. So there you go. You can get yourself some of these folks. What a wonderful thing. And that's the type of people the Templars only associate with. Movers and shakers and doers, not talkers. That's all we're interested in. So God bless her and well done. Yeah. Oh yes, I must also keep forgetting. In half an hour's time, she's on the YouTube British Freedom Party. On YouTube and Pods, I think, as well. British Freedom Party. So you can, after you finish watching here, wait a wee bit and nip over and give her a bit of support there. She'd much appreciate it. And by the way, I see, because I'm on it now and again, and I see the amount of Templars that are over there supporting her. It's wonderful. And obviously Sean and Helen, they do the same. And a lot of your people are supporting two of these groups. We only support people we think are worthy of supporting, because we're very, very careful in these times we live in. Okay, God bless each and every one of these. Now, by the way, we don't like the European, the UN's Convention on Human Rights. Now, we don't like the UN, period. But if we can use it against them, we'll do it. Smart move. Okay, I want to read you this. You won't believe it. Oh, dear. Islamic terror convict who blamed crime on an imaginary dog is jailed. Oh, yes, wait to hear this. An Islamic terror convict who tried to claim a video inciting terrorism was practice for him commanding a dog that he did not have has, thank God, been jailed. Sheroz Iqbal of Ilford, East London, had shared video footage of extremist WhatsApp group Dark to Light taking the footage of Waterloo Bridge, the Royal Festival Hall, Hayward's Gallery in London, saying, "This my spot. Acha," that means brothers. Central London. Attack! Attack! Dark to Light featured extremist posts celebrating the 18th anniversary of September 11th attack. Happy 9/11, it's a sweet 18th party, all this kind of nasty stuff. And disparaging moderate Muslim clerics as grave worshipping dogs, amongst other disturbing content, according to court reporters. Iqbal, however, claimed the attack video he shared with the group was innocent, and he was merely practicing commands for a German Shepherd dog he did not actually own, but hoped to get one day. He claimed he had owned a similar dog named Rocky, of course it was, when he lived in Pakistan, which would be fairly unusual for an Islamic extremist who consider dogs unclean. At the time of his offending, Iqbal had already been serving a suspended sentence for putting up anti-Semitic posters outside a synagogue, which had included a requirement to attend a de-radicalisation programme, which was obviously not effective. Yeah, we should get him. The taxpayers should get our money back. We've sent this nutter to an anti-radicalisation programme, and he seems to have got worse. You send him to jail for the rest of his natural, or send him back to his own place, and that'd be the matter finished. But then he always hit it again. Iqbal was given a 9-year sentence, but only have to serve 6 of them in custody, with a shorter sentence related to cocaine dealing to be served consecutively. So he's a cocaine dealing jihadi. They're all at this, you know. Seen it in Syria. They're all at it, selling the cocaine and the cannabis and the drugs to finance the terror. Crazy. But, you know, look, let's be honest. You've got to let him out of jail early because he's got an imaginary dog to look after. Is this a picture of this guy? Have the brethren seen him? Oh, he's a lovely looking chap, isn't he? Imagine bringing him round to meet your mother, ladies, eh? Good grief. But there you go. He's got an imaginary dog, which is all very well and good. Maybe it's a virtual dog, brother. Maybe it's a virtual dog because we're in this internet age. Maybe he's got a virtual dog, so he's trying to train it. Because remember years ago you had them tacky machos or something, the Japanese wee babies, and you fed them and then they could die and you got to feed them and everything. And you gave them commands. Maybe it's one of them kind of dogs. Maybe it's a Japanese anime dog or something.
German Shepherd.
Oh, well, do the Germans do this stuff?
No, it's German Shepherd.
Yeah, but it might be what do you call it? What do you call these Japanese cartoon things? Could be one of them. Could be a cartoon dog. Who knows? They should let the man out. I mean, he's a cartoon dog. Tamagotchi, that's it. Telepathic Swan. Tamagotchi. He's got a German canine Tamagotchi. Of course. What's wrong with this judge? This judge is obviously, ladies and gentlemen, let's face the truth here. The judge is obviously a racist. Oh yes, an Islamophobic racist. Yes, no doubt about it. Clear as mud. This judge has picked on this man, who just so happened to be wandering about the big important places of London and posting it up on a jihadi site, screaming attack, 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 because the judge has confused this admiration of London while the man's out, and he's combined this with trying to train his dog, which is extremely diligent of the man. He's doing two things at one time. He's giving us a tourist's tour of London, the important parts of London, and he's also training his dog at the same time. So this man should be lauded and applauded, not convicted and sent to jail for 9 years. I mean, I think we should get an inquiry into the judge for his racist and Islamophobic views. Yes, obviously. Yep, obviously. How you doing, Big Joe? I see you there. Nice to see you, Joe. Right, listen, before we go, I'm going to read you another wee bit out the book. And by the way, we're having to reprint these. Yes, so the odd typo will be fixed. Oh, goodness sake, wait a minute. If it wasn't for the techie guy, I don't know where it'd be. Right, we have got a stock room filled with these. So you don't have to wait. You can have them within 7 days, maybe even within 5 days. But we've got a stock room filled with them. So we want to try and get some of them moving, especially for Christmas. And they can be. And by the way, we've got to post the next 10 days for Christmas, really. So there you go. Look at this. Do you remember these? Look at this steel. This is a steel metal. That it's no pretend thing. It's very good. So there you go. There's the knight, the mounted knight on a beautiful wooden plinth. It's actually quite a substantial thing. I don't know if you can see that. It's got a beautiful shield and everything. It's got a beautiful wood. It's a real piece of work, and look at the base. It's all got the red felt on it, so it doesn't scratch your desk. It's a beautiful ornament for a gentleman's desk in his study. Can't remember how much they are, but they're relatively inexpensive considering what they are. They're beautiful steel, made of steel, and we have a stock room full of them. So if you want one, please, the link's there. There it's there. Mounted horse is there. Is that it? Mounted horse on screen. Okay, it's there. Mounted horse on screen. Please order these. We can get these bundled up and away tomorrow to you. We have a stock room full of them for some unknown reason. Some nasty and cruel folk would say Dowson's an idiot and they ordered far too many. I don't know. I don't agree with that, obviously. But there we go. And it's got the official seal of the people who made it in Toledo, Spain, not China. Toledo, Spain. Beautiful piece of work. So there you go. Do you know how much these are? I can't remember how much they are. Don't know how much they are. I don't know.
289.
And are they pay upable?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's options. 289, but you can pay them in 4 payments, and they are really substantial. They're a pretty serious piece of kit. So there we go. Get yourselves one of these. Got the cape on the back and everything. Fix his cape. But there you go. He's got. Oh, I never noticed that. Look, he's got the sword detachable. The shield's detachable. It's all there, folks. It's a real piece of kit. It's quite intricate and very well made, and a real pleasure to have in your office. So any of you ladies out there wanting to give your husband something really good for Christmas, that's it. Or the book. So I'm going to read a wee bit of this book. There was something else I was going to wave about. Oh, it was this, wasn't it? Wait a minute. I've got to do my QVC thing. There must be another bill in for the slates or something for the chapter house roof. But there we go. Sword. Here we go. We'll get loads of these in stock in a moment. And there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful weapon, okay? So if any of you want one of these, get yourselves in. And a few folk has ordered in the last few days, quite a few of these. Non nobis domine, nobis sed nomine tuda gloriam. So there you go. Laser carved onto the beautiful high carbon steel, fighting steel blade in a beautiful, beautiful leather scabbard with a cross at the bottom. You see the cross there? There you go. Get yourself one of them and you will never regret it. So let me put that out there. Right, let me get a wee bit of this book. So please avail yourself of these because we do have them and they're for you. Okay, yeah, we're going to get another print done because we've almost sold out. I wanted to be understated when I announced that because I get very excited. We never, ever thought for a moment when we went to print this book that we would sell a tenth as many as we've sold. I'm being serious. We never dreamed in our wildest days. We never thought we'd sell as many. We've sold about 10 times more than we projected to sell in a year, and we've sold them in 3 or 4 months. So we're having to get more done. So we'll fix the odd wee typo and wee bits and bobs that are, every first edition's a bit peculiar. So we'll get that fixed up if we can. But there we go. So the book has went wild. Yep. A mace. Somebody's asking for a mace. There's a mace there. Telepathic Swan. There's this mace. The most ugly, vicious thing. But listen, Telepathic Swan, if you're in Australia, you can't have one because your government has deemed these too dangerous. So I don't know. I'll see if the brother can go on. Oh, is the battery overheating again? The battery's gone again, brother. Yep, battery's gone. All right. I don't know if I've got time to do this. We'll try it. The chapter here is page 187. If I suddenly get cut off, don't worry about it. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know what's happening. We've got a different techie guy in there now. Right, page 187. Alt-right. No thanks. Are you part of the alt-right? The Knights Templar International are often asked. That's us. The answer is an emphatic no. Though we can see where the idea comes from. After all, we are traditionalists, and as such hold views on many moral and social issues which are often described as right-wing. But most definitely does not make us part of the alt-right. Very different animal. True right-wing values are innately traditionalist. They are explicitly based on the external values and laws provided by God and by nature. They are not debatable. They cannot be changed or argued about. The real right, the eternal right, understand that nations are ordained by God and ordered by nature as a way in which human beings find the sense of belonging, the roots and the community which they need to be whole and truly alive. Hence, the real right, the eternal right, understands that the fundamental building block of every healthy nation is the holy institution of the family. One man and one woman, bound together by sacred vows for the purpose of having children, to rear the next generation that will, for a short span of human life, form the link and the unbroken chain of the nation. The link between the glorious dead and our unborn posterity. The alt-right understand the first of these points, but it's all they understand. And all too often they pollute and degrade by basing their position on blind, racist hatred of others, rather than the love of our own. All too often they base their position on blaming immigrants and non-whites for the oppression and decline of our people, when in fact they are not the instigators of, but merely pawns in, the satanic elite's project to destroy the European Christian nations of this world. Obviously that includes America, because most of these come from here. But the biggest problem with many on the alt-right is that they don't begin to understand the absolute central role of the family as the foundation stone of a healthy society. Indeed, many of them clearly do not even understand what a family is. They certainly do not understand the importance of women and of honouring women. There again, looking at the sorry state of some of their supposedly leading lights, that's not surprising, because however many lectures they watch by woman-hating, hedonistic pick-up con men, these geeks and freaks, pencil necks, are not going to find themselves any woman, except perhaps an Asian mail order bride, who will stay with them just long enough to get their residency rights and then dump them. No wonder then that people who have had the misfortune to see them up close and personal say alt-right to say that alt-right in alt stands for alternative lifestyle, because the common thread with these people is as well as there is a strong streak of support for the LGBTQ plus community through the entire alt-right. Thus ends the lesson for today. And that's certainly not us. So we are right, but we're not alt-right. Never. God forbid. So there we go, folks. Another great wee reading of that book. Get it. It is almost out. I think we have less than 300 books left. We have sold thousands of these books. Never thought it possible. We thought we'd enough stock to get us through to this time next year. We don't have enough stock to get us to Christmas. But we have them now, and we post them now in a matter of hours, not days, hours. And you will get them for Christmas if you order now. Maybe not in America, because they go snail mail. So I don't know about that. But anyway, we have them. Get them. Let's see what we can do. But thank you. You've made that almost miraculous thing happen. Without you, this wouldn't have happened. And now we're working on a second book of real in-depth Templar history. Big, thick book. Won't be cheap, but it's about that thick. But we will sell it, as you know, as usual, around about cost price, because it's not about making money on them. It's about expanding your library of knowledge about the order you love so much. And that's a great project. So we're working on it right now, and we should have news very shortly on it. Well, that's all from me. God bless each and every one of you. I'm going to ask Mr. Griffin if you'll come and be our guest tomorrow. We have technical issues now because the techie guy's off. We've got the stand-in techie guy who's doing a great job. But we shall see if Mr. Griffin can come in tomorrow and enlighten us with more of the horror that's going on. So I'm sure he'll be okay. If he isn't, I'll let you know. But that's all. And remember, as I tell you every time I finish a show, and I mean it, and I mean it more today than I did even 6 months ago, stick close to God. You won't go far wrong. Do us vault.